Welcome to After the Refresher. I have Dr. Marty Rustein and Mark Rutstein with me. Dr. Rustein, if you don't mind telling my audience a little bit about yourself.
Did my first survey inspection in 1972. Had a student in my class who had just inherited a factory, and he said he had a lot of this white stuff falling down. That was my introduction to asbestos. I got into it again in the 70s with the School Asbestos Safety Act, oversaw the first asbestos removal under SASA, the School Asbestos Safety Act. And then by the AHERA, it really exploded. So I managed to mix academics with practicality and being out in the field.
Mark?
And my name is Mark Rutstein. I run environmental consulting and management services. I had the good fortune of actually being involved with Dad from a very young age, not really knowing or understanding what asbestos was, other than being told to collect a sample of this, collect a sample of that. And throughout the years, learned more and more. 87, the AHERA and asbestos regulation in New York City began, and that just began a career dating back many years, and here I am still in it and enjoying and loving what I do.
I would just add, he started when he was 14 and has grown into such a professional. I am just so incredibly proud of him. He is so darn smart. I just really get impressed by him.
Excellent relationship there. So the three of us presented at PACNY this year, presented about settled dust. I presented regarding the regulations, and these two gentlemen presented on their case studies that were involved. Can just if you can, sum that up a little bit? So, because I think I got the video for the whole thing.
Two case studies Mark talked about where settled dust was used to claim there was a problem, and another one Mark tried to show that the problem should have been addressed, but it's an unapproved method, but it's something useful. And then I talked about the cleaning of over 4,000 expensive antiques and collectibles that have been contaminated by an illegal asbestos removal job. And the Department of Environmental Protection approved a program with 5,000 structures per square centimeter under TEM was the criterion for determining that it was clean enough. So it took us 2 years. We're just finishing the job now.
And Mark, how did that go with you?
In both situations, actually, the three cases, they were all different examples of environmental contamination, perceived contamination, real cleanup, a semi-cleanup, and no cleanup required, but one performed looking to clean what wasn't there. So it was really an interesting three aspects of dealing with settled dust or contamination of asbestos.
It's a tool, it's something that can be used, but has to be used very carefully because it's not been an approved method under federal and state guidelines. But it's a tool, but it's got the potential of scaring the pants out of people by saying you've got thousands of structures of asbestos, but the stuff is so fine and so small, it has to get airborne to present a danger.
What I think I liked best was of the presentation was the thing that you were using fluorescent powder to basically prove things were clean. And I think that's always been a big problem in this industry, is trying to say, hey, I don't think you cleaned that enough, and they're saying you did clean it enough. Now you got basically, you use a flashlight and it glows, and well, hey, look, you didn't clean enough.
Last year, we spoke at the Environmental Information Association meeting on visual inspections. There, the criterion is the consultant, the inspector, will make a visual inspection whether it's clean or not. Well, what if the eyesight isn't good enough? What if he can't really see well enough? What if he doesn't look well enough? And then you get into an argument with the contractor who says, no, it's really clean, you're just giving me a hard time. And you end up with this personality conflict. So I came up with the idea years ago of coming up using fluorescent powder. In those days, I was working at a zinc mine or doing consulting work at a zinc mine, and there were fluorescent minerals. It was very hard to grind up the fluorescent mineral to get enough powder. Now you can buy it on Amazon for a few dollars a kilo, literally. And no, don't laugh. It's not that kind of powder. that we're
I'm
talking
stepping in now. It's actually a very good tool because when the supervisor says, I know my men, I trust my men, if they tell me they cleaned it, they cleaned it. But when we're able to then show that the powder still remains, it's just, there's no argument. It's incontrovertible.
Right.
And the workers immediately see, the supervisor sees, and they know that we are not trying to play games with them, that we are generally interested in not only their performance, but making sure the job is done right.
On one of the jobs where there was real contamination from ceiling tiles, there were rugs, these fluffy rugs, and they said they would clean them, and I used the fluorescent powder, put it on. I showed the supervisor. You always want to show the workers what's going on so they know what the rules are. And he said, oh yeah, we'll clean it. I came back in the next day, put the fluorescent light on. It was filthy, the rug. The powder had been spread out, even though this fellow really knew, he knew what was there, and he cleaned, but he never would have gotten all the asbestos fibers. So we threw out the rug. But it takes it out of this personality conflict where it's, I said I did it, no, you didn't do it well enough, do it again. And time is money for a contractor. So you say, this is what you have to clean to, and you shine the light, the black light. You can get them very inexpensively. What was the price? You get 5 little portable flashlights for $15.
Nice.
Yep. I love the fact that basically the rug idea is great, because how many times do we do that in the asbestos field? We just basically say you can't clean porous things. But now you can actually sit there and use the powder on a porous thing, say, okay, clean it. And now you can just sit there and go, see, we can't clean this thing. You want to spend hours, we can clean it eventually, but obviously you're going to spend hours. And do you want to spend that kind of money and time to clean something that you should probably just throw out?
It really gives us, it really gives us a way of demonstrating whether something has been cleaned successfully or not cleaned.
Yeah.
And it takes it out of the personality conflict arena.
Right.
It's really a scientific criterion that is value neutral. It is or it isn't. It's there or it's not there. And if it's there, do it again.
Excellent. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Angelo.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you,
much.
Angelo. Pleasure working with
Great
you.
Pleasure working
conference.
with you
We look
too.
forward
And we
to
were the three-
PACNY 2027.
Yeah.
We were the three amigos on this talk. It was
Yep.
really a pleasure working with two such bright guys.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.